Have you noticed that your legs don't feel the way they used to? Maybe climbing stairs leaves you exhausted. Maybe getting out of a chair takes more effort than it did a few years ago. Perhaps you've started holding onto railings, avoiding long walks, or feeling unsteady on your feet. Most people hear the same explanation: it's just part of getting older. But what if that's not entirely true? What if the weakness in your legs isn't simply a consequence of age, but a warning sign that your muscles are being deprived of the exact nutrients they need to stay strong? Here's something that may surprise you. Research shows that adults over 60 can lose up to 3.8% of their muscle mass every decade, and that rate accelerates even further after age 70. But muscle loss doesn't happen overnight. It begins silently, long before a fall, long before a cane, long before everyday activities become difficult. And here's the part most people never hear. Many seniors focus on eating more protein, yet their muscles continue to weaken. Why? Because strong legs require far more than protein alone. They need the nutrients that improve circulation, support nerve function, reduce inflammation, and activate the body's natural muscle-building machinery. In today's video, I'm going to reveal 6 powerful foods that can help support stronger legs, better balance, and improved mobility as you age. These aren't exotic supplements or expensive powders. They're ordinary foods backed by science that may already be sitting in your grocery store. And make sure you stay until the end, because the number one food on this list is the one that surprises almost everyone. In fact, many older adults have spent years avoiding it, not realizing it may be one of the most powerful foods for protecting muscle strength after 60. Before we begin, tell me in the comments, what is the biggest challenge you're experiencing with your legs right now? Weakness, balance, cramps, stiffness, or fatigue? I read every comment, and your story may help someone else who is facing the same struggle. Now let's uncover what's really happening inside aging muscles and the foods that can help fight back. Before we get to the foods, there's something incredibly important you need to understand. Most people believe weak legs are simply an unavoidable part of aging, but that's not what the science shows. In fact, your legs are often the first place where age-related muscle loss begins to appear. Not because they're weaker than the rest of your body, but because they're responsible for carrying your entire weight every single day. Walking, climbing stairs, standing up from a chair, maintaining balance, all of these tasks depend on powerful muscles in your legs. The problem is that after age 60, your body becomes less efficient at maintaining those muscles. Muscle-building signals become weaker. Circulation slows, inflammation increases, nerves communicate less effectively with muscle tissue, and even when many seniors eat enough food, their bodies often struggle to use those nutrients as efficiently as they once did. This creates a dangerous cycle. As leg muscles weaken, people naturally move less. Moving less causes even more muscle loss. Balance begins to decline, everyday tasks become harder, and the risk of falls increases dramatically. But here's the encouraging news. Muscle tissue remains remarkably responsive throughout life. Even in your 70s, 80s, and beyond, your muscles retain the ability to repair, rebuild, and grow stronger when given the right support. And one of the most powerful forms of support starts with what you put on your plate. Let's begin with food number 6. Now we're getting into one of the most powerful foods on this entire list, and one that researchers have been studying extensively for its ability to help aging muscles stay strong. I'm talking about salmon and other fatty fish. Most people think of salmon as a heart-healthy food. And while that's certainly true, what many seniors don't realize is that it may also be one of the best foods for preserving strength in the legs. Here's why. One of the biggest reasons legs weaken with age is something called chronic inflammation. Unlike the inflammation that occurs after an injury, this is a low-grade inflammation that quietly damages muscle tissue year after year. It interferes with recovery, slows muscle growth, and makes it harder for your body to maintain strength. This is where salmon becomes so valuable. Salmon is packed with omega-3 fatty acids, powerful compounds that help calm inflammation throughout the body. Think of omega-3s as a maintenance crew that helps keep your muscles, joints, and blood vessels functioning smoothly. When inflammation decreases, muscle cells become more responsive to the signals that tell them to repair and grow, but that's only part of the story. Fatty fish also provide vitamin D and vitamin B12, two nutrients that become increasingly important after age 60. Vitamin D helps muscles contract properly and supports balance, while B12 helps maintain healthy nerves. the communication system that tells your muscles when and how to move. Imagine trying to make a phone call through a damaged telephone line. The message doesn't get through clearly. That's what can happen when nerves begin to decline with age. B12 helps keep those lines of communication strong, and the results can be remarkable. Research has shown that older adults who combined fish consumption with resistance exercise gained significantly more strength over several months than those who exercised alone. In some studies, strength improvements were roughly 34% greater. For practical use, aim for 2 to 3 servings of fatty fish each week. Wild-caught salmon is an excellent choice, but sardines, trout, and mackerel offer many of the same benefits. Bake it, grill it, or lightly sauté it. Avoid deep frying whenever possible, as excessive heat can damage some of the healthy fats you're trying to preserve. If you want stronger legs, better balance, and muscles that recover more efficiently, salmon deserves a regular place on your plate. And the next food on our list may be even more surprising. Now let's talk about a food that many people keep in their refrigerator every day, but very few realize how powerful it can be for maintaining strong legs after 60. I'm talking about Greek yogurt. At first glance, it may not seem like a muscle-building food. Most people associate yogurt with digestion or gut health, but Greek yogurt delivers something aging muscles desperately need: high-quality protein in an easy-to-absorb form. As we get older, our bodies become less efficient at building and maintaining muscle tissue. Scientists often refer to this as anabolic resistance. In simple terms, your muscles become harder to stimulate. The amount of protein that worked when you were 40 may no longer be enough when you're 70. This is where Greek yogurt shines. A single cup typically provides 15 to 20 grams of protein, making it one of the most protein-dense foods you can eat without cooking. That protein supplies the amino acids your muscles use to repair microscopic damage, rebuild stronger fibers, and maintain the strength needed for walking, climbing stairs, and getting up from a chair. But protein isn't the only advantage. Greek yogurt is also rich in calcium, a mineral that plays a crucial role in muscle contraction. Every time you take a step, stand up, or maintain your balance, calcium helps coordinate the signals that allow muscles to function properly. And then there's the gut health connection. Researchers are discovering that the health of your digestive system influences far more than digestion. A healthy gut improves nutrient absorption, reduces inflammation, and helps ensure that the protein, vitamins, and minerals you eat actually reach your muscles. Poor gut health, on the other hand, has been linked to increased muscle loss and weakness in older adults. One of the reasons I recommend Greek yogurt so often is that it's incredibly practical. Many seniors experience a reduced appetite or have difficulty chewing tougher protein sources like meat. Greek yogurt provides high-quality nutrition in a form that's easy to eat, easy to digest, and easy to include in a daily routine. For best results, aim for 1 cup of plain Greek yogurt each day. Add berries for antioxidants, nuts for healthy fats, or a small drizzle of honey for flavor. Sometimes the foods that look the simplest deliver the biggest benefits, and Greek yogurt is a perfect example of that. Now, the next food on our list is often overlooked when people think about building stronger legs. In fact, many seniors focus entirely on protein and forget about something equally important: energy. Because here's the truth: even if you consume plenty of protein, your muscles still need fuel to function, repair themselves, and stay active throughout the day. Without enough high-quality energy, your body may struggle to make the most of the nutrients you're eating. That's where sweet potatoes come in. Sweet potatoes are packed with complex carbohydrates, which provide a slow, steady release of energy rather than the quick spike and crash associated with sugary foods. Think of them as a long-burning log on a fire instead of a piece of paper that burns up in seconds. For aging muscles, that steady energy supply is incredibly valuable. It helps support daily movement, exercise, and the recovery process that takes place after physical activity. But sweet potatoes offer much more than carbohydrates. They're one of the richest natural sources of beta-carotene, a powerful antioxidant that the body converts into vitamin A. This nutrient helps support tissue repair and protects cells from oxidative stress, a major contributor to muscle decline and slower recovery as we age. Sweet potatoes are also loaded with potassium, one of the most important minerals for muscle function. Every muscle contraction, from taking a step to climbing stairs, depends on proper potassium levels. When potassium is low, muscles may become weaker, fatigue more quickly, and become more prone to cramps. Another benefit that often goes unnoticed is their support for healthy circulation. The antioxidants and plant compounds found in sweet potatoes help reduce inflammation and support blood vessel health, making it easier for oxygen and nutrients to reach hard-working leg muscles. For best results, enjoy sweet potatoes 2 to 3 times per week. Bake them, roast them, or steam them rather than frying them. And here's a simple strategy. Pair sweet potatoes with a protein-rich food such as eggs, Greek yogurt, or fatty fish. Together, they create a complete muscle-supporting meal that provides both the building blocks and the energy your legs need to stay strong. Sometimes stronger muscles don't come from eating more, they come from eating smarter. And sweet potatoes are one of the smartest choices you can make. Now let's move to a food group that has been helping people build strength for centuries, yet it rarely gets the attention it deserves when discussing healthy aging. I'm talking about beans, lentils, and chickpeas. Many people think of legumes as simple, budget-friendly foods, but when it comes to maintaining strong legs after 60, they may be one of the smartest additions you can make to your diet. Here's why. Your muscles require a constant supply of nutrients to repair themselves and generate energy. Legumes provide a powerful combination of plant protein, fiber, and magnesium, 3 nutrients that play a critical role in muscle health. The protein helps supply the building blocks needed to maintain and repair muscle tissue. While plant proteins are sometimes overlooked, research shows that total daily protein intake matters tremendously for preserving muscle mass as we age. But the real magic of legumes goes beyond protein. They're also rich in magnesium, a mineral involved in hundreds of processes throughout the body. One of its most important jobs is helping muscles contract and relax properly. Low magnesium levels have been linked to muscle weakness, fatigue, and even cramps. Legumes are also excellent sources of potassium and iron. Potassium helps regulate muscle contractions and supports proper nerve signaling. Iron, meanwhile, helps carry oxygen through the bloodstream to working muscles. Think of iron as the delivery truck that transports oxygen to your leg muscles. Without enough oxygen, muscles fatigue more quickly and recovery becomes more difficult. And there's another benefit that scientists are only beginning to fully appreciate. The fiber in beans and lentils feeds the beneficial bacteria in your gut. These bacteria produce compounds that help reduce inflammation, improve nutrient absorption, and may even help protect against age-related muscle loss. In other words, you're not just feeding yourself, you're feeding the microscopic helpers that support your overall health. For best results, include beans, lentils, or chickpeas 2 to 3 times per week. They're incredibly versatile and can be added to soups, stews, salads, or served as a simple side dish. They may not be flashy, but when it comes to building stronger legs, legumes quietly deliver some of the most impressive benefits on this list. Now we're down to the final 2 foods on our list, and this next one is often misunderstood. For years, many people avoided avocados because they were told they contained too much fat. But modern research has completely changed how we think about this remarkable food. In fact, when it comes to supporting strong, healthy legs after 60, avocados may be one of the most powerful foods you can eat. Here's why. One of the biggest threats to aging muscles isn't just muscle loss, it's chronic inflammation and poor circulation. When blood flow becomes less efficient, muscles receive less oxygen and fewer nutrients. Over time, this can contribute to weakness, slower recovery, fatigue, and reduced mobility. Avocados help address both of these problems. They're rich in healthy monounsaturated fats, which help reduce inflammation throughout the body and improve the absorption of important nutrients. Think of these healthy fats as delivery vehicles. Many vitamins and antioxidants can't be fully absorbed without them. By eating avocados, you're helping your body get more benefit from the other healthy foods on your plate. But that's only the beginning. Avocados are also one of the richest natural sources of potassium, containing nearly 975 milligrams in a single avocado. Potassium is essential for proper muscle contractions and nerve signaling. Every step you take, every time you stand up from a chair, and every time you maintain your balance depends on muscles receiving the correct electrical signals. When potassium levels are low, muscles can become weaker, fatigue more quickly, and become more susceptible to painful cramps. Avocados also provide vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that helps protect muscle cells from oxidative damage. As we age, oxidative stress gradually damages tissues throughout the body. Vitamin E acts like a shield, helping protect muscle fibers and support long-term muscle health. For best results, enjoy half an avocado 3 to 4 times per week. Add it to salads, spread it on whole grain toast, or serve it alongside eggs, salmon, or other protein-rich foods. And now we've reached the food that may be the most surprising muscle-strengthening food on this entire list, the #1 food that many seniors overlook completely: